Hello again, everybody. Here I am in the Captain Sim 737. We are on soon to be on an arrival into Vancouver Airport. We're just round about here where my mouse is at the moment. Just about to intercept the 221 radial roundabout booth down into the arrival into Vancouver. So I have Vancouver VOR tuned on the right hand side here, and with the 221 radial, you can see we're just approaching it here. So I'm actually in heading mode at the moment, so I'll swing that around the wrong way, swing that around to the left, sorry passengers, to around 221 degrees. So we'll join the A-way into Vancouver. So let's switch frequencies here. This is Vancouver, this was Princeton or something like that, I'm not sure. My last VOR 115.9, and I think I'll do this, just save time here, 122.4. I'll say why in a moment. So what I need to do now is intercept this 221 radial. So 221 on the course here. Oh, nicely turned onto it, and I'll actually stick the autopilot onto VOR localizer capture, and of course this will totally overcorrect, swing us 30 degrees to the right and then back on course, but anyway, can't complain. Altitude alert. Okay, let's get back to the chart quickly. Yeah, at VTEV, which is 45 miles away from Vancouver, which is now our DMA here, we should be at below 21,000. So we're just passing 21,000 now. Let's stick altitude hold on, use the power a little bit, or a lot. Why my throttles were totally idle then. So the plane settled down into the onto the heading onto the local onto the radial first. Just sync up the heading. There we go. Good. So all looking good at the moment. 100 feet below where we need to be. So altitude hold off. Pull back on the stick. Let's go to 500 feet a minute climb. Oh, 1,000 feet a minute. Speed is dangerously low. Hold again, please. Alright, I'll correct that in a minute. Talking and doing things was never my strong point. So we need to be below flight level 210 at 45 miles, but also here we need to be 37 miles at 10,000 feet. So I think I should start descending. Visual ahead of us. Yeah, we're going to clear those mountains. Always a good sign. So altitude hold it off. Let's pitch the aircraft down. So the aircraft is still in autopilot mode. It's just, as I explained in the last video, I did quickly push the nose down, and we want, let's say, 2,000 feet. We have 2,000 feet a minute descent. Now I let go of the control. It will stay at 2,000 feet a minute. Just below that. The chime was just my altitude alert, which I'm going to now change to 10,000 feet. That was our next restriction. There we go, 10,000 feet. We need to be at 10,000 feet at 37 miles, so let's keep an eye on that. They don't care if I am or I'm not. Okay, I'll update now the no, well, gotta wait to 18,000 feet. So here we are, we're on the radial into Vancouver, descending nicely. We've got our speed back, 250 knots or so I want to maintain. So let's get back to the chart. What do we need to do next? Very hectic. I love this kind of flying, these classics. Normally in the newer aircraft you just hit VNAV and the plane will follow this route, hit all of the beautiful magenta restrictions all the way down. All of these restrictions stay on the profile, hit the waypoints, and then you even here where there would be vectors in real life, it will turn you to the approach fix. I got to do all that myself. So we're on this radial, and we just need to keep going down on this 221 radial into Vancouver, just checking our distances and heights, and speed of course. And here is a critical point at LAN. We've got to turn on a 240 outbound radial, and that's 240 inbound radial to the Sea Island NDB ZBR 368. So I need to tune that. So again, check the speed. I'm a bit fast here. 37 miles I'm not going to make. 10,000 feet. Because I don't care, I'd rather be too high than too low. Plenty, got about 60 track miles to run at 18,000 feet. I'm going to be okay. I'm really going to be okay. Don't worry about that. So, what do we need? 368 on NDB. So we go over here. Here's the NDB. Let's go sideways a bit so I can see the knobs a bit better. We need 3, 6, 8. 3, 6, 8. Okay, and how are we going to find that? Well, it's tuned in NDB1. We need to flip this arrow from VOR to ADF. So there we go. Good. It's picked it up. Just to double check. Turn it off. Good. Turn it on. Great. And it's corresponding at 240 degrees. So what I'm going to do now is stick my heading around to 240 because that's our next move, as we could say. Whew, when do we need to do that? Land is 23 miles. And a 141 bearing from Abbotsford. So 23 miles and DME from 115.9, which we have set. Yeah, the 112.4 is Pit Meadows. I also need this because then when I turn here at Lanley, then I have to turn at Mills on the 264 outbound radial. I picked this arrival because it has a bit of everything. It's fantastic. Alright, back to maintain speed. Good. Emails pop up, great. Okay. Where are we? 23 miles is the next. Got to keep up. 23 miles, we've got to turn on 240 heading. Stick 344 in here. Not that I'm going to use it, but just supposed to have it in there. Professional pilots would have the NDB in there also for Abbotsford. It's cross reference for landing. Should be at 141 degrees to Abbotsford, 23 miles from Vancouver, and 23 miles here. Breathe. I'll slow it down a bit. Yeah, a little bit high, but it's okay. I'll just pitch down a little bit more. 2,500 feet a minute should be good. Reduce power a little bit. How are the blurries doing? Oh, not bad today. Oh, you do surprise me. Oh well, there you go. Okay, altimeter. Forgot that. I'm lazy. Hit B. 23 miles. 1 more mile to go. 1 mile we need to. In 1 mile. Turn right to 240, so now I'm going to hit this and hit heading select. See what I did? I put the autopilot on manual and click down the heading select. Switch. Okay. And the next thing we need to do, let's switch frequencies in here very quickly. Now we need 112.4 in nav 1. Trying to get ahead of myself. 110.55 is the ILS. Anyway, we'll come to that in a moment. Now what I need was the 264 radial out of Pit Meadows is where we need to turn right and follow that radial outbound from Pit Meadows. So now at the moment we just turned on this heading 240 here. 240 inbound. Good, all looking good. 264 radial outbound. Don't have any DME on that, which is strange. But now what I'm just looking for now is the needle to come across here. Good. And then we're going to switch the heading around. Follow that outbound radial if we can. Stop clicking in empty spaces. So we need to follow this radial outbound. It just overshot a little bit. It's alright. We can live with that. Very good. Height's good. 6,600 feet is about where we should be. Now what I'm going to do now is I know this arrival ILS plate altitude is 3,000 feet, so we'll stick that as the next altitude warning. We'll level off at 3,000 feet. Good. Almost on the radial here. Just turn right a few more degrees. It's all fun. Good. The frames are a little bit bad now at Vancouver with FS Dream Team, scenery and cloud and all terrible frames, but it's the way it is. And the rays are back. So we're pretty much on that radial where we should be now. Now we just stay on this radial now. A little fast, so I'll just pitch up a little bit. We've got plenty of time to get down to 3,000 feet. Pitch to 500 feet per minute down. Good. Maybe we'll fly the city a little bit. How are we doing? Are we good? I think we are, aren't we? We're on a 264 heading on this radial outbound. Now what I have for visual reference is this NDB. So when I'm beam the NDB, which is pretty much the threshold, it should be at 9 o'clock or 90 degrees to where I am, and then I can calculate my inbound vectors. So here's the NDB here, so when this needle comes around here to 180-ish, I'm going to be about to beam the threshold. About. So 3,800 feet. Don't forget to level off. The speed is good, just reducing slightly. Now I need, next frequency is ILS. Yeah, 110.55, I was right, and it's 383 inbound course. So I'm on heading here, so I can change that course to the ILS 083. There we go. 11055. Good. Just putting in, I think 10590 was Vancouver. Just as a little cross reference, Vancouver VOR, little cross reference for distance. So where are we? Airport is slightly ahead of us to the left, so we look out here, we should see the airport loading in nicely. There we go. This will be the threshold, this extension here. So in about another mile we should have the NDB RNI at 9 o'clock. There we go. And I'm talking, I've gone below 3,000 into the sea. There we go. Super. So there we go. Let's pitch up a little bit more. More throttle. No auto throttle. I see so many comments on Facebook pages. Oh, I can't fly without an auto throttle. God, that's so boring. There's nothing to do. So I love it. You've got to really keep looking at this needle here. Keep looking at this. Right, so I'll let this climb up slowly up to, just pitch up a little more. The reach up to, or climb up to 3,000 feet, just about. When we get to 3,000 feet here, click on the altitude hold. There we go. Plane should pitch down and steady up around 3,000 feet. 200 knots, fantastic. There we go. When I click the altitude hold was on 3,000 feet, you see the plane will just settle in really nicely to 3,000 there. Perfect. Good. So we're past the threshold. 6.8 miles out from the ILS. All looking good. We'll stick this over to VOR, the RMI needle. So, both in the same direction. That was the Vancouver. The second needle there is the Vancouver VOR here. So, just to give us another little bit of reference, here MCAM is 14 miles out, which is about, what's that, 300 degrees, 295? When the needle here gets around to 300 degrees about, more or less, we're about 14 miles out, which is just another cross reference. If you're in cloud and can't see where you are here, it's always good. The more references, the better. And we can see that both needles are pointing in the same direction here. So one is here, the other one is here, so that will explain we're about here, aren't we? Back to the chart. There we go. There's the NDB and the VOR. So we're on an extension of that line around here at the moment. So, seeing as this aircraft is so amazing at catching the ILS, it really is a joke sometimes. I usually end up flying manually. I'm going to fly out a little bit more than I normally would. We're at 11 miles now. We're now below the glide slope. This is the glide slope indicator here and here. So what I'll do at this point now, just configure up a little bit. Flaps 5. Flaps 5, slow down to about, I'm going to keep around 190 knots now. I should be doing some stuff here like landing lights and stuff. I usually don't bother with them. Off schedule percent, yeah, I know that. Because it's not night, and the only thing it's going to hurt is frames. So I just leave them off. If it's at night, of course I'm going to put my lights on. Probably should put the auto brake on. So here we are. 14 miles, that's enough, isn't it? So we're on heading mode. So what I'm going to do now is see if we can click the right way. Left click is 10 degrees. So this heading plug here, I'm going to try to get around to about 140 degrees. Just do a couple quick before the screen starts moving. There we go, that should be good enough. Actually reduce that a little bit. We'll go 150. Like I say, it's really hard to capture the glide slope and the localizer in this aircraft. It really is. What I'm going to do is probably overshoot. I don't want to intercept the glide slope before the localizer, because that never really works in this aircraft. And yeah, I'm probably going to overshoot the localizer, and then with heading mode, get more or less back on a nice intercept course to re-intercept the localizer. We're 16 miles out, so we've got time. No problem. Speed at 190, good. Ooh, lovely. It's a beautiful aircraft, hey? Look at that. Beautiful engines, textures are nice. That's a beauty. Absolute beauty. There's the airport. Somewhere over there. In the fog. Anyway. Don't go out of the cockpit for too long. So what I'm looking for really eagle-eyed now is this needle. As soon as this starts swinging over, I'm going to hit heading mode as quick as I can. Sorry, heading mode as quick as I can around here. Yeah, you might wonder why I'm not intercepting a little bit more gently. Like I say, I don't want to intercept the glide slope before the localizer. In my experience, that's not worked ever. Having said that, come a few degrees around, hey? Now, just praying at this point. Praying that the localizer becomes active first. Oh, I don't like it. Okay, keep my eye on that localizer here, but I'm just going to configure a little bit more. Flaps 50, flaps 10. Reduce the speed. Gear down, there's the needle. There we go. Come on, baby. Ooh, lovely frames here. You see that? That should be a nice. Now I know I'm pretty much on the localizer here. Let's go flaps 15. Reduce the power a little bit. Stay about 170 knots now. Yeah, I find you need a lot of thrust to hold speed on the approach here. So now we're on a pretty gentle intercept course. Just seen the glide slope is alive. It's not great. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. There we go. The localizer's coming back. So if I hit now approach on the autopilot, we should be good here. Now if this works, I'm quite impressed, guys. Really quite impressed. Altitude hold off. Oh, look at this. A green annunciator. Green localizer. Green glide slope. Can't believe my luck. Flaps 30. 9 miles out. Oh, it's pitching down. Beautiful. Flaps 40. Maybe a little fast for that, but I don't care. Flaps 40, 170, yeah, we're okay. We were around about 170, weren't we? Okay, so how are we doing? A little bit high. Don't like that. Really right on the localizer now. I'm watching here now for this glide slope needle. It needs to start coming up. This. Yeah, that's good. We're continuing down to 1,000 feet a minute. That should get the glide slope back. If not, I'll just intervene and fly it manually. Speed 133. Oh yeah, I've got no bugs, have I? Let's put one bug at about. Wait, about 135. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, glide slope's coming back nicely. Beautiful. So we're looking good. Gear down. No lights on. 3 green. Auto approach. Autopilot engaged. Flight director now coincides with the autopilot. Might be a good thing. Yeah, we're a little bit high, but we're doing fine. This is good. Believe it or not, I'm sweating. That's what I love about it. I could never get bored of flight simulating an aircraft like this. I could definitely get bored of a 777 or an A320. Although I love the flight sim labs, A320 and A319 especially. I love it to bits, but I get bored. So let's just reduce the speed a little bit. How are we looking? Look at that. Looks good, hey? Excellent. It's looking good. Speed is 1.3. Yeah, we need about 135 on the speed. A little bit slow here. It's not it's silly at this stage and lose the glide slope because of that. We are up to 160 quickly. In a few knots. There we go. Good. Okay, let's hold about 140 knots. So great, there's not much wind. I got lucky here. There's about 8 knots wind, slightly from the right or left, I don't know. You know, precision is never my thing. Looking good, 2.6 miles out on the ride. On the localizer. Little zoom in button here for my approach here, so I'm getting fast. And there's scenery, GSX loading. Woohoo! Always need a pause on final, don't we? Always need a pause on final. Beautiful. Getting fast. So gotta keep on top of the speed all the time. Not crazy there. 140, 3 knots. Let's get it back. We're going manual at this point? I guess so. 500 feet. Pilot off. Speed 139, good. Getting a bit low here, no. Drifting to the right with that wind, it was from the left wind there. We're looking good though, nothing a little bank will hurt. Good. Ignoring everything now, just visual. No call outs in this aircraft, so just have to feel it down a little bit. Sideways, love it. Maybe should have found out where the wind was. It's stronger than I thought. Look at that blowing me over. Oh, yeah, okay. I learned a lesson there. Maybe pay more attention to what I'm doing. But we're down. Auto brake is doing its thing. No need for reverses here. Probably could have got that high speed taxiway if I wanted to, but no, we're down. Anyway, we're down. Excellent. On the centre line, but it's okay. So there we are. Welcome to Vancouver, where the local time is way behind England. And I don't know where CP used to park, but I don't care because I'm going to cut the video short in a moment. Okay, thanks for that. I hope that was a little bit informative. My landing, please don't focus on my landing. Purpose of the video was how to show you how to use the radios and situational awareness of where you are and how to fly a little bit of an approach and a star without an FMC, without anything magenta. There you are. Okay, go. Here we go at 20 frames per second. Should we just park straight here? Come on. 76 in the shadows. Let's park there. Yeah, I love the aircraft. I really do. Heavy on frames. If I had 5 to 10 more frames, it would be awesome. It's one of the best classics. I like this. I like the Aerosoft DC-8. It's even better with the INS in it. Get so many people when I post this on Facebook. So why does it have an FMC? I probably wouldn't fly it if I had an FMC. Well, I would, but I wouldn't use the FMC. I mean, I'm sure if I shift and something, I can... Yeah, there, what was that? Shift 4? No, Shift 5 brings up this horrible GPS. I hope people don't buy an aircraft like this and use that thing. I would just turn my stomach. It really would. Anyway, right. Cold and dark and shutting down is not really my thing. I like flying. All I'm going to do here is stick on the APU. Is that how you do it? Oh, I can hear something. And shouldn't this temperature here increase to 7? Is that right? I can't remember from flying the NGX. I really don't. There we go. Yeah. So if you finish watching, you can say goodbye now. I'm just going to potter around here for another couple of minutes. AP gen bus off. So I guess that means now I can put the AP gen on. Now if I cut the engines, I don't lose power now, do I? Always used to do that in the NGX, and then alarm bells will firing at me. Ooh, that was good, wasn't it? Didn't die on me. Oh my god. And let's get this pile of crap up and see if it works. Is it Control J here at Vancouver? Oh no, okay. Oh, I hate SOD. Oh, it worked! It worked! Oh my god! Doors. How do we do that? Come on, cargo doors. Oh, it's Captain Sin, isn't it? Chip 2. This little doozy here. Oh, yeah, fantastic. So there we go. Stairs, no, passenger door, not really, but I'll open it. Cargo door, yes. Cargo door, yes. Oh dear, no. Yes. Doors disappeared. I think I hit Control E. I think I hit Control E and started that. Oh, an idiot. No wonder the jetway disappeared. Alright, let's try that again. Take 2. Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Oh no, I did, didn't I? I really did. There we go. So GSX, you're going to be my friend again now? No, I didn't think you were. Alright, that was too good to be true. That all went wrong, didn't it? I hate SOD. Look at that, no trigger. I know those. Because it worked just a moment ago. I know there is. Oh yeah, you don't want to work now, do you? Okay, well I messed that up. See, that's what I hate about SOD, you just made a mistake. Yes, my mistake. And we got stuck with this. No jetway. Guess what I do have? My little tool here. There we go. Super. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's getting off the aircraft in style, isn't it? Look at that. Who needs a jetway? Who needs a jetway? Well, I really enjoyed that flight. That was fantastic. Really fantastic. I'll show you what else this aircraft can do. Well, if you have the Captain Sim 757, you know all this already. But you can open pretty much everything. Let's open the pilot windows. Plugs, air plugs, yeah, they're on, swinging in the wind nicely. Emergency exits, pop them off onto the wing, great. Escape slides, great. Valves. Cowling, wheel chocks, service door open. Let's open everything, hey? Love it. Absolutely love it. For $9.99 I paid for this. Free upgrade. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Great. Last chance with GSX, eh? I have to board first, don't I? Oh my god, why is this? Why GSX dies? You're not open. Yeah. So ridiculous. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, can't wait for this thing by what are they called? FS to Crew UGX or Ultimate Ground Crew X or something like that. Anyway, good night, goodbye. I'm gonna shut this thing down and go flying something else. Bye bye, thanks a lot.